Shouldn't it be a crime to remain sitting on a crowded subway when a tired, pregnant woman is standing next to you? It's hard to get on the subway these days and still retain your dignity. During rush hour, good luck finding a seat. Passengers stand crammed in with a crush of unwashed humanity, with nowhere to move or even turn around. Often, your face winds up smashed into someone's armpit as you hang onto a strap. And if you're disabled or pregnant, there's no guarantee someone will give up their seat for you. Subway overcrowding might seem to be just a distant problem to folks living in the suburbs or rural areas, but while it's an issue for people in big cities that you may never visit, the problem of overcrowding could easily affect your relative, friend, or neighbor who has to move to a city for work or school. The prospect of a loved one getting crushed like a sardine should make you concerned about subway overcrowding, even if you happen to live on a farm and the only mobs that you encounter are when the cows come home every day. Critics of the subway system are calling for an obesity tax. They claim that fat people are taking up more than their fair share of space on public transportation. The idea is, just as airlines charge extra if your luggage weighs more than the maximum allowed amount, subway riders should pay higher fares if their body is significantly larger than average. At least subway officials don't have to worry about obese people evading fares completely by jumping over turnstiles, which is a crime more suited to wiry teenagers, gymnasts, and Olympic pole vaulters. Overcrowded subways are known for being bad for your mental and physical health. Anger and anxiety grow as folks are packed like rats in the unending maze of underground subways, and the potential to spread communicable diseases like influenza and coronavirus only increases when you cram people together into a small space like a subway car. So, are subways crowded because of mismanagement? Or could the problem be that people are just getting too fat and are taking up more space than they did decades ago when the subways were first built? In large cities like New York, Washington, Paris, San Francisco, and London, people depend on the subway system to get them to their destination with as little delay as possible. But as anyone who has ridden underground anytime recently can tell you, the subways are definitely growing stuffed to the ceiling. The overcrowding leads to lengthy delays. People find themselves arriving late to work and getting home hours after they used to, which only increases their exhaustion. That's the complaint of subway riders, but subway officials say there's another side to the story. They cite rising obesity statistics to make their case. According to the latest figures from the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, obesity in the U.S. went up from 30.5% in 2000 to 41.9% in 2020. And the World Health Organization reports that more than 1 billion people are obese around the world. So the problem isn't that the subway cars are 10% more crowded. The problem is that people are more than 10% fatter. The beleaguered and hardworking subway officials wish that the public would understand that they are doing their best, but when subway riders become fatter and fatter, they have to accept that fewer of them will fit into the same amount of limited space. What can be done to solve this problem? Options include building more subway cars and hiring more workers to run additional trips every hour. That could help reduce the delays in service, but if the city lacks the funds to add equipment and personnel, then taxes will need to increase, or the subway will have to raise the price of fares. However, residents have already indicated that they will not approve of a raise in their taxes or a subway fare price increase to add more cars into service. It seems that for now, subway officials and subway riders are at an impasse about what to do about overcrowding. One potential solution is to institute an obesity tax. Riders would stand on a scale before entering the subway station. If your weight exceeds the standard range for your height, the station will tax you an additional percentage of the subway fare. For example, if you weigh 300 pounds and the subway system determines that your healthy weight should range from 150 to 200 pounds, it means you weigh as much as twice the amount you should. Your price of admission would therefore double. Remember, when someone is so large that he takes up 2 seats, it means that the subway can only carry half the number of passengers it was designed to transport. This leads to the idea of charging a 300-pound person double the amount of the subway fare, since he's taking up the room of 2 healthy 150-pound riders. What remains to be seen is whether rideshare services, limousines, and taxis will also begin adding a tax or surcharge on obese individuals, since they put more wear and tear on a vehicle's tires and shock absorbers and tend to wear out the seats at a rate twice that of an ordinary passenger. Looking forward, there is a modest proposal to have a daily lottery where 10 severely obese passengers are selected to become fuel victors. They are to be taken to a processing facility where they will enjoy a final meal, and then their bodies will be rendered to produce fuel for the subway. Burning obese people's fat to generate electricity will help defray the subway's operating costs, while also reducing the number of daily passengers, which should help address the problem of overcrowding.